Warrior Island. On a mysterious island, grandmasters of martial arts train 16 fighters from around the world. The fighters train and fight for your vote, and you help decide their fate by voting online. Who will become the ultimate island warrior? Where great warriors are discovered and fans have a voice.
Welcome to Warrior Island.
We are here live at Warrior Island, and tonight, for the first time in history, you, the fans, get a voice and help decide which fighters get to come to Warrior Island and train with the masters and grandmasters of martial arts to compete to become the ultimate island warrior.
That's right, fans. For the very first time, you at home get to go onto your social media, watch these fights on your television. Every Saturday, 10 p.m., you're going to watch the fights. Find your favorite fighter and vote for that fighter up to 10 times on the Warrior Island Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, on the warriorisland.info. Get in there and vote for your favorite fighters, because these fighters are going to fight as hard as they can as warriors to get your vote to come to the island. The 16 winners will travel to the island. They will train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon, Dan the Beast Severn, UFC veteran, Orlando Rivera, Renzo Gracie, Helsing Gracie, Sifu Chow, Sifu Lau. I mean, the list goes on to some of the greatest Grand Masters of Martial Arts and fight coaches in the world. And they're going to fight on the island and train on the island, not in a cage, not in a sound studio, but in the sand, in the water, in the jungle, mountains, caves. It's real warriors who have to fight no matter where they are. But more importantly than the fighting, they have to learn character, be a good person, learn the Tiki code, to learn respect, honor, empathy, integrity, all the things that a real warrior should have. You've been given the ability to fight, to be a warrior. Use it for good, not for evil.
Yeah, anybody who has followed martial arts for any amount of time will know that the names that Ronan James Jefferson just mentioned are the best in the world. I've known you for a long time, James Jefferson, for well over 10 years. When you told me about the idea for Warrior Island, the first thing that came to mind is this is a winner.
Absolutely. We're going to go. We went to venues all around the world. We found some of the great promotions. We found some of the great fighters. We filmed these fighters for you. Now you're going to get to vote for them watching the fights tonight. So every Saturday at 10 p.m. you'll tune into the Warrior Island Fight Night, and you're going to watch and get excited about getting these fighters onto the island.
So tell us a little bit about what people can actually see when they actually tune into Warrior Island. What's the first thing they'll see as the show develops?
Well, on the fight night, you're going to see 3-4 really good fights every fight night. But then when these fighters get voted on by you to come to the island, they'll arrive by boat. They'll come onto the island, have to show respect to the Grand Masters. Then right out of the get-go, they're going to be training. They're going to be dieting. They're going to be learning all this code for the better character. And all along, you as the fans on the Warrior Island show are going to give them more things, like maybe more rest, more nutrition, more protein, maybe a massage. If they don't earn your respect, if they're not showing good character, we might wake them up in the middle of the night, give them a little bit less water, less protein. So they have to earn all these different things, kind of like some of these movies out there like Death Race or Hunger Games. So some of that great stuff, but it's going to be real life with real fighters, and not in a cage, not in a soundstage, on a real island and real fighting.
You mentioned something earlier that I think is so important to drill down a little bit on, and that is the respect. I've been very fortunate to be commentating fights for almost 20 years now. When I talk to the fighters and we go aside and we get them to become a little more forthright, they start telling me a little bit about their lives. Martial arts not just helps keep them out of trouble, keep them out of jail. They actually say it saved my life. The happiness, the moving with the body, it gives them a place to channel their energy in a good form rather than in a bad way.
Absolutely. So tonight you're going to see that. You're going to see fighters fighting, and they're fighting for you. So it might not be the winner you vote for. You may vote for the loser because that person showed better heart, better spirit, desire, good character, and then they'll develop better fighting skills with the Grandmasters that we mentioned.
And real quickly, as we get out, the other important element here that has never been done in the history of martial arts content and martial arts television, you, the fan, actually get to have a voice for the first time. This is an interactive show. The fans actually get to tell you who stays and who doesn't stay on the island.
It's amazing. So you have to watch the fights tonight. You have to vote. Don't wait. be interactive and have a voice. So where great warriors are discovered and you, the fan, have a voice.
All I can think to do now is go watch some great fights. Can we go see some fights?
Let's go to the fight.
Let's hit it.
Warning. The following TV show contains combative sports scenes that some viewers may find disturbing. While we are working with these warriors to teach them the Tiki Code, it's a process. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy, and don't forget to vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info. That's warriorisland.info.
Before we begin, folks, don't forget we got plenty of food and drink, including alcoholic beverages over on the side there. No alcoholic beverages, but plenty of food and drink at the stand to my right. This bout is refereed by Mr. Vince Dudley and is sponsored by Corvette Aromatics. We have a 35-year-old who is making his debut. He stands at 5'5" and weighs 141 pounds. He represents New World MMA out of Philadelphia and hails from Baltimore, Maryland. In the blue corner, Michael Alexander the Great Dupee. His opponent is a 23-year-old who weighs 138.9 official pounds. He comes to us with a 1-0 record after securing a championship belt via extreme cage fighting. By the way, his last bout he fought at 133 pounds and now steps up a weight to catch weight. Representing Renzo Gracie out of Middletown, New York, and shoot the box, Luis Azarero style, in the red corner, Hector Eli Superbaricua Iglesias.
Thank you, Stephen Peacock, for getting us started with more Warrior Island action. This time a catchweight, 140 pounds, round number one. Here we go. Round one. There's a great shot of Hector Eli Superbaracua Iglesias on the right-hand side of your screen, fighting out of the red corner with the black trunks and green logos. His opponent, Michael Alexander the Great Dupee, fighting out of the blue corner with the black board shorts. This fight's scheduled for three 3-minute rounds at a catch weight of 140 pounds. See both of these fighters orthodox, feeling each other out at the center of the cage. The feeling out process, generally a little bit shorter in 3-rounders. You don't have as much time to make your case, and Baracua sits Alexander the Great down with the left hand. More of a on his back heels, that time a little Anderson Silva-esque slipping of the punches by Michael Dupee. Dupee looking to close the distance. WarriorIsland.com for all of your Warrior Island questions. Who makes it to the island? Both of these 140-pounders trying to make their case right now. They should be the next fighter to learn from some of the best martial artists in the world. Now the clinch, going for the toss there was Dupee, but he ends up getting grounded. Good job there by Iglesias, now taking full mount. Dupee trying to cage walk, gets back to his feet smartly. Great job by Michael Alexander the Great Dupee, now with the double unders, now with an over-under, looking to toss Iglesias down. Iglesias, good defense. This is the kind of fighting that will exhaust you so quickly. Doesn't matter what you weigh, what condition you're in, how old you are. It is absolutely exhausting combat. Now back to the stand-up, trading good quick hands from the 140-pounders. Seconds left to go here. Hector Iglesias, currently 3-2, has wins over Turpal Kamzayev, Macho Lopez, James Farron. Right now trying to finish off Michael Dupee. Down again goes Dupee. Not sure why Iglesias stopped there. There was no real reason to stop. He could have kept raining the punishment down on Dupee if he had decided. He had downed Dupee and was completely allowed to keep the punishment. Combination from outside, all 3 punches missing. But a good round so far for Iglesias, again grounding Dupee. 3rd time he's grounded him, sat him down once as well. At least a 10-8 round for Super Boricua. Great job there from Hector L. Super Boricua Iglesias. Looking for his 4th win and almost going down on the stool. Dupee has got some losses on his record. Kareem Askew, Jamie Perea, Brandon Santiago, George Melendez. Trying to come up with a win here tonight in New Jersey. Here's some action from earlier on. That was the left hand that sat him down. Didn't hurt him, just caught him on the nose, kind of a flash knockdown. That one was much more significant. That right hand, that left-right combo definitely hurt Dupee. Dupee sat down twice there, so at least a 10-8 round for that man right there. Hector Iglesias in there. Michael Dupee is going to have to change things up. We'll see what kind of in-between round adjustments he gets from his corner. And here we go with round number 2.
Round 2.
Fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Keep in mind this is not a bantamweight nor a featherweight. It's a catch weight match of 140. Iglesias stalking Dupee. Dupee freezes in his tracks. Outside leg kick, heel caught there by Dupee. Good job there. Now going for the double, and he dumps Iglesias. Good move there by Michael Dupee. Dupee now looking to pass into full mount, trying to free up that right leg, and Iglesias wisely sinking the hook in, preventing him, and now closing up his guard. Good defense there from Hector Iglesias. Closing up the guard now. We'll see how active he is off his back with submission attempts. Now going for the arm. It's going to be tough to sink that arm in. Bunched up against the cage. He's kind of piled up. He's going to have to unfold himself. He decides to get to his feet, which is even better. Now looking to mount Dupee. Dupee fully mounted, going for the armbar. Trying to set up that arm. Going to soften him up first. This is a good position for Iglesias to try to submit Dupee with the armbar. Dupee looking a little bit like a fish out of water off his back. Not a very active guard. He's pretty much static from the waist down. Should be trying to get those feet on the hips and trying to push off Iglesias. But right now, okay, he's going to go for the tip. He's very explosive. But you cannot rely just on athleticism. Now, again, Iglesias really thinking about that armbar. Trying to set it up. Good defense by Dupee. Preventing Iglesias from posturing, preventing him from getting the arm. But he's threatening now with that armbar. Looks like he might have it. He's got to get the right leg over the face. He could not get his right leg over Dupee's face. Dupee, great scramble, getting out of submission danger there. Referee stands him up with 53 seconds to go in round number 2. Almost submitting Dupee, but he could not get his right leg over Dupee's face fast enough to prevent him from getting out of there. And the quick explosive scramble from Alexander the Great gets him out of trouble. This is a better round for Dupee. This is a very close round. Another double leg takedown. With just 29 seconds to go, could steal the round. First round was 10-8. This could be a 10-9 round, so we could be looking at 19-18 going into the 3rd round. If he's able to maintain this top position. With the 10-second warning sounded. Good action here between these two fighters. Now full mount. Most likely taking the round for Dupee. More of a 10-9 round if you ask me. 19-18 with Iglesias up going into the 3rd and final round. Both of these 140-pounders will have 3 minutes to make their case as to why they should be the next warriors on the island. Warrior Island, that is. Action from round number 2. This is the change of levels there and the big dump. Beautifully done by Michael Dupee. Dupee able to ground Iglesias several times in that round. See him changing levels. This time it didn't work out as well for him. When he changed levels, he was off balance. And Iglesias able to take top position from that point. And that is why I say it's a much closer round, a 10-9 round, if you give it to Dupee. If the judges saw it for Iglesias, Dupee is going to have to stop Iglesias in round number 3. He would have dug himself much too much of a hole. Here we go, round number 3.
Round 3.
Third and final round, both of these 140-pounders very much in this fight. It's really anyone's match here. Who wants it more? Dupee most likely needs a bigger round than Iglesias does, but Iglesias cannot rest on his laurels. And he's not the kind of fighter who would do that anyway. Good action. Dupee threatening the takedown. Trying to get Iglesias to bite. Outside leg kick, inside leg kick combination. Now shoots the double. And down goes Iglesias into a butterfly guard, a modified butterfly guard, trying to tip Dupee. Dupee, good defense. He sniffed that one out and defended well. Remains in the guard, but now getting tipped in back. Oh, the big suplex from Dupee. Dupee now gets the back of Iglesias. Iglesias wisely turning into Dupee for the half guard. And now looking to tie up the right leg of Dupee and prevent the full mount. And also prevent Dupee, if possible, from posturing up. You see him with the right hand behind the neck. Now going for trying to shrimp out the back and almost taking the back of Dupee. Dupee, good defense. And back to the feet go the 140-pounders. Really good scramble action here from both of these warriors. Dupee's had some luck with the singles, and it looks like he's going to try to run the pipe again. Shooting that single, trying to bull Iglesias down, will him down with everything he has. But Iglesias, great defense with the double unders, able to defend that takedown, over under that is. Now looking for the hip toss, but gets reversed. Great job by Michael Alexander the Great, Dupee. It'll be interesting to see if this is a 10-9 round. We'll have to see how the judges score this one in the final minute of round 3. Suffice to say, this fight is razor thin close. Really depends on how the judges score the second and third round. The first round, in my opinion, is an easy 10-8. But this one, obviously, much closer as we come to the final half minute of the fight. Who wants it more? Bullying Iglesias down. Dupee now is really, his second and third rounds, he's picked up much more momentum. It's like he's getting better as the fight goes on. Most fighters tire as the fight goes on, but he seems to be getting more and more energy. Final 10-second warning here in this fight, Warrior Island. How do you score it at home? My goodness, this has been a good scrap at 140. And it comes to an end. Who wins this fight? Good sportsmanship shown by both of these combatants. And now it's in the hand of the judges.
Go vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
I'm David Nemiroff, one of the masters at Warrior Island, and I have a task for you. I want you to go to www.warriorisland.com, register and vote for your favorite fighters to come train with me. Are you up for the challenge?
Welcome back to the Coliseum in Voorhees, New Jersey. There you see our CEO and founder, Mr. James Jefferson. It is time to find out who won this fight between Hector Iglesias and Michael Dupee. How did the judges score this one? Let's go cage side and find out. Stephen Peacock.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout 29-28. For the winner, by unanimous decision, came from the blue corner, Michael Alexander the Great Dupee.
Interesting. I don't really see that decision, frankly, in any scenario. An easy 10-8 round for Iglesias in round number 1. A most likely Iglesias round in 2. Clearly a round 3 for Dupee, but how Dupee walks away with it? Well, this is a classic situation of never leave it in the judge's hands. You can see there's the 10-8 right there. Iglesias dropping Dupee twice. First he sits him down with the left hand, then that devastating right hand. There were moments, no doubt, for Dupee. The suplex, one of them, and multiple takedowns in the 3rd round, but I saw it as an Iglesias fight. I guess that's why they say never leave it in the judge's hands.
An 18-year-old competitor who stands at 5'3" and is making his debut MMA appearance. He represents 99-1 BJJ out of Coxsackie, New York, hailing originally from Astoria, Queens. In the blue corner, Raffaele Masi. And his opponent comes to us representing Elite Champions MMA in the red corner, Izzy Quiroz.
Thank you for those particulars, Stephen Peacock, Raffaele Masi, Israel, Izzy Quiroz, round 1.
Round 1.
This fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. That's 135 pounds. Raffaele Masi on the left-hand side of your screen, shooting the double, taking down Izzy Quiroz. See Raffaele trying to pass the guard. So far, good defense here from Israel Quiroz. They call him Izzy, making his debut here, as well as Raffaele. Looking for that first memory inside the cage to be a good one here at Warrior Island. Threatening the choke now is Masi, and good defense there from Izzy, getting piled up against the cage. Again, another takedown attempt from Torello. This time he gets it, but now Izzy fishing for the choke. Fishing for the choke. It's hard to tell if it's sunk in from this angle. You see that right arm, the forearm under the chin of Masi, and he gets out of it, but Masi's still in a little bit of trouble here. Izzy in a good position. Masi now trying to pull in the right leg of Izzy, but Izzy looks like he's going to pull guard and go for the choke. Hard to tell if that left forearm's in tight or not. Not going to get it from side control. He will have to give up on that or he's going to gas out his arm. Izzy doesn't want to let that left arm go though, because then Masi could possibly throw the right leg over for mount. Good action here halfway through the first round in the 135-pound division. Don't forget, you can vote for either of these fighters tonight. You can vote, in fact, up to 10 times every week. On Super Tuesdays, vote as much as you want. Go to warriorisland.com to vote. Fighters must follow the Tiki Code of honor and respect, humility, integrity, and more. You're watching this great bantamweight match between two fighters making their debut here tonight. Raffaele Masi now taking the back of Israel Izzy Quiroz. Quiroz fighting the hands. Good defense here from Izzy. We also have a comic book series you have to check out, Warrior Island, the series. Learn all about it at warriorisland.info. 30 seconds here to go in round one. Classic jiu-jitsu position. Raffaele has the figure 4 body lock on Israel Izzy Quiroz. Quiroz fighting the hands. This is what you do. Try to rear naked choke. You get hand on hand. Very difficult to choke someone with just one arm. It'll be hard to get both hands off at the same time if you're going for both. If you fish for one hand, you can minimize damage and turn out of the choke. That's what he's trying to do right now as the round comes to an end. When you go to warriorisland.info, check us out. You can learn all about us. You can vote for your favorite fighter, learn about the Tiki Code, including humility, respect, honor. You can shop for your favorite Warrior Island swag. Learn about our comic book artists. Learn about the masters that you will get to train with if you make it to the island. Some of the world's best grandmasters of martial arts, like the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef, Renzo Gracie, Helson Gracie, and UFC Hall of Famer Dan Severn, and many more. Learn about the Warrior Island heroes at warriorisland.info. Here we go, round two.
Round two.
There you see a good shot of Israel Izzy Quiroz on the top of your screen in the red trunks, fighting out of the red corner versus Raffaele Torello Masi, who shoots the single. Good sprawl there from Israel Izzy Quiroz. Good first round for Raffaele Torello Masi. We'll see what kind of adjustments Israel Izzy Quiroz got from his corner. Nice knee from Torello. Torello kind of stalking Izzy. Izzy now trying to get back to the center of the cage. Doesn't want his back up against the cage against Torello. Torello still stalking Izzy. Izzy trying to get some respect. Izzy needs to change things up. Needs to get Torello's respect. Torello's walking in and able to close the distance and now taking the back of Izzy. This is bad news for Izzy. He's going to flatten him out. See, he's got both hooks sunk in. Izzy's in a lot of submission danger here. The rear naked choke is being threatened in a big way by Torello. Torello still with the figure 4 body lock and a little under 2 minutes left. Rear naked choke, it's over! Raffaele Torello Masi winning his debut here in the Big Apple. Congratulations goes out to Torello. That's how you start off an MMA career, and how stoked is Raffaele Torello Masi. Here's the beginning of the end. That figure 4 body lock was deadly. There was nowhere for Izzy to go. Izzy couldn't fight the hands any longer, forced to tap out or go to sleep. And Raffaele Torello Masi coming up with his first win of his young MMA career, just 18 years old. What a job by the young New York native. And there you see Izzy Quiroz. Here, Izzy will be back. He's a young Turk as well. He'll be back. We're going to make this one official. Let's go cage side. Steve Peacock.
And the winner of this MMA contest, won by rear naked choke in the second round at 1 minute and 11 seconds, Raffaele Torello
to be a great win to win your debut. The feelings that must be running through his head right now. I would love to hear from him. So let's go cage side to Mr. Kevin Reed.
I'm here with your winner, Raffaele Masi. Dominating wrestling in the beginning. You fought out of some tight submissions and ended up with a submission of your own. Talk us through what's going through your head right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really excited. He was a really strong grappler, but I knew my technique was better. And it was just, I'm honored to be in the cage finally. It's been my dream since I was 12, and here we are.
You heard it here, folks. ECF providing fighters to achieve their dreams. Raffaele Masi, ladies and gentlemen, ECF President Christian Affairs.
All right, Raffaele, you took out one of the top fighters in your weight division. Very good grappler. You know you're top 5 now. You're going to be back in June, right? Let your fans know.
June, we're coming back, and we're taking over! Ah!
All right, thank you very much, Christian DeFerris and Kevin Reed. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's more fights on Warrior Island.
Vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
Warrior Island.
Hey fans, it's Ronan here at Warrior Island. I've got a big contest for you. The #1 fan that gets the most people to vote, we're gonna give you a special code. The #1 fan that gets the most people to vote can win first prize. That's coming to Warrior Island, and you get to train with one of the Grand Masters of martial arts. Renzo Gracie, Helson Gracie, Ron Van Cleef, Dan the Beast Severn. We have so many Grand Masters here, and you get to pick one. You're gonna train with them, and you're gonna get unbelievable knowledge. We have 5 second prizes. That's $100 gift certificate for Xbox or for PlayStation. We have 10 third place prizes, which is all 6 issues of Warrior Island, the comic book, autographed by the Grandmasters. So you get yourself onto warriorisland.com, you register to vote, and you vote for all the fighters that you like, and you can do it. And I'll see you at Warrior Island.
Hi, I'm the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef. Vote for your favorite fighters at warriorisland.com. Be there or be square. Warrior Island is the best event in this world. If you want to see who you really are, if you want to test your mettle, come to Warrior Island and train with me, the Black Dragon.
Our next fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. That's 135 pounds. You're getting a look at the first combatant, Dante de Graza. He's got a win over Yoel Ellen and a couple losses against Nicholas Uva, Ivan Gonzalez, and Elias Figueroa. A great heavy-handed fighter, though. Always fun and exciting to watch. Let's meet both pugilists now. Stephen Peacock.
Before we begin this next fight, we must remind you there is absolutely no flash photography or light-enhanced videography. Please comply with that. Thank you, folks. In our next MMA fight of the evening, the referee will be Mr. Vince Dudley. And this is also sponsored by Barb's Harley-Davidson and Xtel Communications. Communications to the power of X. Our first fighter is making his debut MMA appearance. He steps into the cage at 5'8", weighs 133.5 official pounds. representing Browns Martial Arts of Elmer, New Jersey, by way of Russia, in the blue corner, James Lodge. His opponent has an 0-1 record and comes in at 5'4", 134 official pounds. Representing Midwood Martial Arts of Brooklyn, New York, to my right, Dante de Grazia.
Round 1.
Should be a good one at 135, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Here we go with round number 1. On the left-hand side of your screen, now on the top of your screen, Dante de Grazia, squaring off against James Lodge, who stands quite a bit more straight than Dante de Grazia and is also taller anyway, so we'll see if he looks to use that height to his advantage. Nice, I like the way de Grazia dipped into that punch, now trying to sink in the choke. He's got the guard closed up. Now the guard opening, posturing up is James Lodge, getting out of choke trouble there. Good defense from Lodge. Now the armbar threatened by de Grazia. Lodge up, shucks it off. Lodge had predicted a first-round submission over de Grazia. There he goes, trying for the rear naked. But he does not have position. He does not have position. He went for the submission before position. Very, very easy to get excited. Nice left hand, rocks the head of James Lodge back. He ate it. He seems to be okay, but beautiful left hand. Now threatening the choke is Dante de Grazia. That was a beautiful left hand that rocked the head of James Lodge back, and now he eats a right. Big bombs being thrown by Dante. That time he was too far out and telegraphed the left hand. But Lodge is in some trouble here. The uppercuts, this is turning into a bit of a beatdown. Those are big bombs being thrown by Dante. He definitely has heavy hands and he can hurt you if he connects. Lodge does not look to be 100% after that left hand. He looks like he could be slightly wobbly. Trying to compose himself. 135-pound tilt. More bombs being lobbed by Dante de Grazia. Outside leg kick followed up by a left. Giving James Lodge a bunch of different looks. Good offense being displayed here by Dante de Grazia. Gotta love the work he's putting in here. Big bombs. James Lodge in all kinds of trouble. This fight is over! The referee had seen enough. Dante de Grazia coming up with a huge win here. That is his second win. He has a win against Yoel Ellen as well. Great work there by Dante de Grazia. Come up with the TKO stoppage over James Lodge here in Warrior Island. Looked like Dante was disagreeing with something the referee said. There's that, the beginning of the end for James Lodge. He was not intelligently defending himself against these big bombs. And this one right here coming up, boom, that right hand was all the referee needed to see to finish off this 135-pound fight. Let's go cage side and make this one official.
This bout is stopped at 2 minutes and 32 seconds of the first round. The winner by referee stoppage TKO 2 to strikes came out of the red corner, Dante de Grazia.
Dante de Grazia raising his hands in victory. Let's hear how he feels about his performance with our man on the street, Bob Maloney.
De Grazia came out, showed a little bit of everything. Kicks in the beginning, 2 strikes. I'm surprised he lasted that long. He had a strike. He clinic right there in the first round. He was the crowd. Tell me how you feel right now.
Amazing. Barely believe it.
Well, you did a great job there. Your striking was on point. He was a bloody mess. You were surprised that he lasted as long as he did because you were landing some hellacious shots.
I had some fighters that lasted that first round.
Well, you came out, you put on a great show. That's what the fans pay for. You finished the fight. Congratulations. We look forward to you coming back and getting in the cage again. Dante the Graza.
It's been a long night, but we're very grateful that you're all here. So let's get ready for bout number 14 on the night. Scheduled for 3-minute rounds. This is MMA rules. MMA action in the 150-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is represented by Ronan Lewis, MMA, out of Brooklyn, New York, and now making his way to the ring. Let's hear it for Brian, the Devastator Nicola.
Here we go, 150-pound weight division. Brian Nicholas coming to the ring.
Fighting in the weight corner. Self-trained, now making his way to the ring. Let's hear it for Joshua Telemaque.
Here comes Joshua Telemaque.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second last fight of the evening, brought to you by Dominic Incantalupos and Sanitation Corps, New York City. We've got Dominic right here ringside. Be sure to say hello. Dominic's got his own VIP section, keeping the paparazzi away.
Brian Nicholson has one hell of a crowd. Brian Nicholas.
Referee in charge, Mr. Danny Vasquez.
You'll be taking on Joshua.
Our title sponsor for the evening. Good luck, gentlemen.
Joshua Telemaque, self-trained, taking on Brian Nicholas. Brian Nicholas has a huge fan base in back of me. He's got a huge fan base right in back of me, and they are loud, and here we go, round number one. Nice low kick. Another low kick. Deep kick. Oh, catches that kick. Gets his back. Are they going for a suplex? Oh, going for a rear naked choke. We're going to put both boots in. We're going to put both boots in.
He's got a rear naked choke. He's got it locked in. He's got it locked in.
That will be all over.
He's going to do it.
All over.
Unbelievable.
All over. Ladies and gentlemen. What a fight. What a performance from Brian Nicholas.
Telemaque, I'm telling you, told everybody real quick what that was all about.
Ends his fight by rear naked choke.
Oh, look at him just claw his way in there. You see how quickly he got that rear naked and then just mounted him, pulled him back onto his chest, and that was it. Lights out for Brian Nicholas. David, unbelievable submission.
Joshua Telemaque, I know it's self-trained. You saw the level of skill, the difference in skill levels. Yeah, I hope Joshua comes back. Obviously, it's his debut fight. Get the kinks out, work out the kinks, and comes back to fight. All the respect in the world for Joshua stepping in the cage. But Brian Nicholas showed that he's on another level here tonight with a brilliant performance. And the crowd going wild for Brian Nicholas. And let's go to John Heffernan for the judges decision. Or for the final call, or the official call. It's been a long night. After this fight, we go to the main event, but let's go to John Heffernan for the official announcement. Here is John Heffernan.
The winner of this fight by rear naked choke submission at 20 seconds of the first round. Fighting out of the red corner.
Ryan Nicholas takes the win at 150 pounds. As we go to the main event of the evening.
Fastest fights tonight. Submission 20 seconds in. What was the key to that?
Just mental preparation with my team on martial arts. I want to thank Brandon George Anderson, all my brothers and family that come out and support work. No one else than myself. Shout out to my sponsor, Hydrator. Round them up.
Here, rear naked choke, 20 seconds in. Let's give a round of applause for Brian Nicholas.
Oh, what a great night of fights. You know, some real unexpected turnouts there, but everything was fantastic. And what character and heart these athletes showed out there tonight.
Unbelievable. You know, sometimes you go into a fight and you look at, check out these fighters, you got your favorite fighter, you think one's going to win, and it doesn't end up that way because sometimes, you get a rear naked choke, you get a knockout, you just don't expect it. But what you do though, you see these fighters, you see that they have more respect.
Yes.
We search out the promotions around the world. We search out the fighters, the coaches, the dojos, of people that show the respect, the honor, the empathy of what it would take to come to Warrior Island, fighting for your voted home, to get that vote, and then to go to Warrior Island, train with these masters, and that's what this is all about. So this week you watch these fighters, you go vote for them. Hey, next week you might see another fighter, but it's all about you, the fans, and the character of these fighters in the cage to bring them to Warrior Island.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point there, James. For the fans at home who are watching and getting ready to vote, you don't necessarily have to vote for the winner of the fight. There may have been an athlete in there tonight that showed so much heart, showed so much character, that you actually want to vote for them, even though they may not have won their particular fight. Just based on their character, you're compelled to vote for them.
It's a great point, and Jay, that's why we have the Tiki Code, the code of honor, the Tiki Code of respect, the Tiki Code of integrity, empathy. Just because you were born with this ability to be a great warrior fighter doesn't mean you knock somebody down. It actually shows more power to pick somebody up when they're down. And you'll notice that we kind of gravitate towards those kinds of fighters, those warriors, and that's what you should look for. Someone that stands out as a good character person or needs development and work. And that's what they do. So you're gonna vote up to 10 times on all the social media.
All right, well, to do that, you're gonna wanna go to warriorisland.info, and he's gonna let you vote 10 times. So take advantage of that, get to that website right now.
So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, vote. We want you to have a voice up to 10 times per device.
All right, what can we look forward to next week at Warrior Island?
You know what, this has been a great night of fights, but we have one every week. So tune in every week. You have new fighters, new venues around the world, whether it's Portugal, whether it's London, whether it's different spots in the United States. We would search the world and globe for this. And here's the other thing. You don't just have to vote for fighters in these cages. You can have fighters on YouTube that aren't even in the cage that you can vote for. So even the fighters at home and promoters at home, you can upload videos and fights to us from around the world. And we have wild cards where you can actually make the island and not even be in the cage.
Oh my God, amazing. Well, next week, you're not gonna wanna miss it. I wanna personally thank you, Ronan James Jefferson, for putting this together. It's a great vision. You're helping the world, you're helping all these athletes. Thank you so much. I can't wait for next week.
You're a great partner, man. Not once did I try to have to defend any kicks or punches or chokes for Mr. Jay Adams, one of the best in the world in decades of commentating. But great to have him here. He's our Jeff Probst.
We'll see you next time on Warrior Island.
fighter at warriorisland.info.